that none. That specific letter was not challenged in court.
It was challenged.
Hold it.
PCRP for it challenged.
No. I'm talking about. I know of the PCRP for its case.
So
I'm talking about the effect of this letter.
The consequence of the letter.
The effect of the letter.
The consequences of the letter was challenged in court.
Namely that.
Yes.
When this particular letter was written to Joe Ajima and he proceeded on leave, the question I am asking today is the declaration that was made recently with respect to the proceed on leave letter by His Excellency Nana Addo, and the fact that a declaration has been made by the Supreme Court that that particular directive or letter was unconstitutional, specific. I'm saying that precedence guides governance. And so if President guides governance, and His Excellency the President in his judgment wrote this particular letter and said proceed on leave, and which has now been declared to be unconstitutional. And at the time of writing the letter, His Excellency the President was exercising his executive power, which is given to him by the Constitution. And he did it knowing very well in him that what he was doing was right and in consonance and on all fours with the Constitution, which has later been declared null and void. Are you able to establish that at the time of writing this particular letter and asking the person to proceed on leave, the President was deliberate and willful and knew that what he was doing was unconstitutional and went ahead to do it?
How and at what point?
Are you able to establish that?
How and at what point do we determine judicially that a conduct of the President is in violation of the Constitution?
I mean, if you put it before the court makes a pronouncement.
Yes, so the court has done in this case.
Yes. So I'm saying that the court's pronouncement will now guide us.
Without consequence.
No, but the court, you see, one thing I have to state also is that, unfortunately, all three of us are lawyers. You know that there have been landmark cases in this country that we go to court for just declarations. After that, we go celebrating and no consequential orders are made. Salah is one. And other cases which have followed. So in this particular case, it was for probably the plaintiffs to seek certain reliefs. And you remember that...
To seek a relief for the impeachment of the President?
No, not impeachment of the President.
No, they are talking about reliance on the judgment that the President acted unconstitutional. He was wrong. On the basis of that, they say he has breached the Constitution. So, once he has violated it...
And the point is this. Again, you know, if there is a breach, and you want to trigger the process of removal of the President, there's a process.
That's correct.
Yeah. There's a process. And you also need certain numbers, even in Parliament.
No, but what we're interrogating here now is that, and I'm saying that basis for triggering impeachment?
My position is that it is not.
Okay.
And I have stated the reason why it is not. I'm saying that it must be willful. Because if I say that, for example, I acted in good conscience and I acted in manners that was in the interest of the country, I did not actually have in contemplation that my act will be unlawful at the end. And remember that it is only the Supreme Court that has the power to declare that your act is unconstitutional. So after litigation, they have declared that the act of the President is unconstitutional and etc. When in fact, and in belief, at the time of actually writing this letter, he was convicted that what he was doing was in conformity with the Constitution.